What's happening, driver? Have any breakdowns lately? Guess what? I got some great news. My truck is fixed. The Kenworth, Big Red, whatever name you might want to give it. I don't really have a name for it. It's fixed. It's done. My name is Jupiter. I drive a truck. I own the truck I drive, and that's why I called my company Jupiter Trucking. Join me, and I'll take you along on some of the different things I end up doing to make a buck with a truck. I wanted to kind of go through a real quick timeline of how it all went down. It's going to be over 2 weeks, about 2.5 weeks of being down, nearly 3 weeks, and my buddy Dave, who picked the truck up and took it to the shop in Ferdinand, Idaho. He lives nearby. I have another friend, Jerry. He lives nearby. They both kind of stopped by as they were driving by and checked on the truck and gave me some progress updates, as well as the owner, the guy who was doing the actual repair work. The truck broke down. The frame broke on September 17th. It was a Wednesday. And it took me the rest of the day to get everything situated and set into place to where I could park the truck, someplace to take the trailer, and how I was going to get home and all of that. And I got home, and I've been home since then. It was a few days before Dave could come pick my truck up. He was in the middle of doing some things, and it was the following Monday before he could come pick it up, the 22nd. He drove all the way from Grangeville, Idaho to Portland, picked it up, and took it back. Dave was nice enough to take a lot of video of him loading the truck and tying it down and things like that, just kind of getting it ready to be shipped to the shop to be fixed, and loading and unloading it. So I've got a bunch of video from Dave. In the first video of Dave's, he took a chain and a binder, wrapped it around, I believe, the front axle, and then around a big guard that goes underneath the transmission, and was able to close the gap enough, probably about halfway is what I think, enough to where it pulled the fan off of the shroud. The truck started, and he was able to just drive it gently up onto the trailer and load it.
Okay, it is closing the hole up. Give her a little more. Closed it up some. Got the fan away. Okay, so we got the frame pulled back together. We got the fan away from the shroud. Should be enough to load it. We got the hole closed up quite a little bit. Chain down. So now it's just a matter of unhooking and getting it on the trailer. We'll wait to start the truck until it's time to put it on. So I'll go get unhooked and get everything ready. We'll run this truck just long enough to get air built up and get it back on, and then shut it back off. So that way there's no danger of screwing something up. Quite a process unhooking and rehooking a mechanical detachable lowboy, but once you've done it a million times, just go step by step. Driven some trucks before, but never this one. Woot woot. Party on.
You got the truck tied down, you get the removable neck reattached, everything pinned, aired up. He's only got a couple inches of clearance off the ground.
Ready to roll.
He delivered the truck that night, Monday night, the 22nd. He got it apart, he took apart what he needed to, he got the gap in the frame closed up. He ordered sleeves for the inside. We got 2 3-foot sleeves. We are going to do both sides, both left and right. In a lot of the reading and stuff that I've done, I've read that it is usually the right side of the truck, of the frame, that fails. Mine failed on the left side, so I'm not going to take any chances. We're just going to do both sides at once, and it'll never be a problem again. We'll never have to worry about it again. So it was, I'm going to say Thursday the 25th that he finally got around to looking at it. He was able to get the truck apart, take the measurements and all that kind of stuff, and he ordered the material on Friday the 26th, and it was Monday the 29th that he received the material. So on the 29th, they started putting it back together, the left side. It had already been, the gap, the brake had been closed, re-welded. They put the sleeve in. On Tuesday, the 30th, I got a message from the guy doing the repairs, and he was done with the driver's side, the left side of the truck already. So he'd ordered the material Friday, it showed up Monday, and by Tuesday, he was done with the left side. So Wednesday, he did the right side. And by Friday, October 3rd, it was done. It was completely done. I got a message from him. Left side's done, right side's done, everything's put back together. And one of my friends, Jerry, he drove by and he took a picture of it. And man, it is straight, square, level, everything. It looks perfect. It looks really good. My plan has been to go back up and get it on October 6th, to pick it up on October 6th. That's a Monday. My reasoning for that is if I were to head out and pick it up on a Friday, I'm just going to have to sit the weekend before I can find anything to haul to come back home. So rather than sit the weekend in Portland in the truck, I sat the weekend at home, and we're going to take off Sunday and pick the truck up on Monday, and we're back to work. Back to work. So I do have to deadhead like 6 hours, not deadhead, bobtail like 6 hours from where the truck is in the shop all the way back over to Portland to pick up my trailer, then find a load, and then get back home. Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate you taking that video and helping me out with this. It's been a big help. Dave and I have been friends for many years, and he's a great resource to have, a great friend to have, a great resource to have. We go back and forth, we talk all the time, and share ideas, and it's really great to have a group of friends that we all take care of each other. We all take turns. This was my turn to be taken care of. So thanks, Dave. There's a couple other things I want to do before we end this video. One of them is a license plate update. We got a couple plates to add this time. First of all, Ron in Pennsylvania, he sent me a couple plates. These. That's pretty cool. I don't have any Pennsylvania plates on there yet, but he also sent me a couple different things. These guys, they are little keychain license plates that were souvenirs or fundraising things from back in the 50s. It says 1953, 1954, and 1956. Little Pennsylvania keychain license plate by the Disabled Veterans of America as a fundraising thing. And I had never seen that. I did not know they existed. And that is going to be a cool, unique thing to put on the wall. I'm going to put these in my office. I don't want to trust him out here. He also sent me a picture of his 1957 Oldsmobile, the 98 Holiday Coupe. Said he's owned it for about 35 years. But that's a pretty sweet looking car right there. Beautiful, Ron. Beautiful job. And thank you very much. I'm going to put this one on the board. The other plate I got is from Randy in Minnesota. This one's going to look great on the board. I don't have a Minnesota plate on there yet. He also sent me a couple pictures of the trucks that he drives out in Minnesota, hauling fertilizer out to the fields and grain in from the fields for Simplot, who is based out of Boise, near here. I see their see their trucks out here all the time. I see Simplot trucks all the time. Said he's been doing that since the late 80s. Cool. Very, very cool. I sure appreciate you guys doing this for me. It really makes for a unique gift and a really unique background to have behind me. So I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. There we go. Those two plates filled in that gap very nicely. This is one hell of a cool board. I want to say thank you, Randy. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, everybody who has donated plates to put on this board. We're going to make one hell of a cool collage. Good job, guys. Looking good. That is awesome. I love this license plate board, and I really appreciate all the gifts that everybody's been kind enough to send me. There's a second thing to do before we wrap this all up, and that is a map update. We have 27 updates, 27 new pins to put on the map. But before I do that, Amy had a great idea. I should take off my home hat and put on my adventure hat. I've got my cheat sheet here, and we're going to go along, and I'm going to name off all these new updates that we did. We've got Glendale, Arizona, Kingman, Arizona, Chandler, Arizona, right over there. Over here, we've got La Habra, California. We come up here to Oroville, Washington, Walla Walla, Washington, Newdale, Idaho. right over here outside of Rexburg. Fort Worth, Texas, then up into the Ozarks of Missouri. He just said the Ozarks, so I just kind of put it in the general Ozarks area. Up to Burlington, Iowa, over to Johnson City, Tennessee, then Marion, Ohio, up into Michigan, then at Tawas City, Michigan, if I'm saying that right. I'm not real sure. We've got Woodland, Michigan, and Jackson, Michigan. Quite a few folks from Michigan this time. Moving east over to McClure, Pennsylvania, and then a little farther east to Hunts Point, New York, which, if I'm reading the map right, is in the Bronx. And Amy and I actually went to the Bronx one time, trucking, way, way, way long time ago. Moving down south into West Virginia, we've got Clarksburg, West Virginia, and over to Virginia, there's Appomattox, Virginia, Catlett, Virginia, down to Gainesville, Georgia, Jacksonville, Florida. We've been there a couple times too. Beautiful area. And Sarasota, Florida. Charlotte, North Carolina. In the Philippines, I've got a couple folks that have checked in from the Philippines. That's pretty neat. Moving west, back west, France. Just said watching from France, so I'm going to put it in the middle of France. And then Belgium, from a little town called Chastre, Belgium. I know I'm not saying that right, but that's pretty neat. And last but not least, over here in Burlington, Ontario, just kind of in the Niagara Falls area. That's a pretty good update. That's fun, but it's time to get back to work. So, time to put the work hat on. See ya. Isn't that cool? If you guys would like me to put a sticker on the map for where you're watching from, just leave me a comment down below. We'll add it to the list and we'll get it up there on the next update. I want to thank you guys for all the encouragement, all the pats on the back, all the attaboy, you got this, hang in there, it's not the end of the world, we can do it. And everybody who's reached out to me personally, be it email or phone call, just to say, hey, thank you for doing this. That actually means a lot to me. I'm very surprised that this little show that I'm doing here has resonated with so many like-minded guys and gals. So thank you guys very much for all that. That's it for this week, and we will see you next week. Have a good weekend. Next week, we're back on the road.
There it is.
Oh no. The batteries are dead. In the meantime, keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your ass. Catch you on the flip-flop.